morning, everyone, and welcome to a KSP Let's Play by yours truly, Dan the Physics Man. And today is the big day of ultimate ambition. So we've done quite a lot of missions to allow us to have just enough resources, whoopsie daisy, to allow us to have just enough resources to go ahead and start. As you can see, we've been quite busy, ferrying a lot of tourists, making a lot of money, and now we are ready for the big one. Explore the moon, nay, the universe. So we're going to go ahead, upgrade this weekend now, because before we were parts limited, limiting the full extent of our most ambitious designs, but now that we have enough change, now we, nice little visual upgrade, they get some hangers and stuff, but now we are ready to launch what may be the most ambitious plan yet. Well, okay. Maybe not the most ambitious plan, but here we go. The Space Taxi Mark II, transporting not people, but satellites. So I'll briefly talk about this. So, in order to get this going, one of the things you have to learn is that the designing rockets is an iterative process, because you see, this is super heavily based on the Space Taxi Mark 1.11, which I've been using exclusively to launch tourists in this little crew cabin. So basically, you notice a couple changes when I switched between them, where I added more heavy rockets at the bottom, got rid of the tourist capsule, made these things single parts, right? Because these fuel tanks, you can either have a single part one or a two part one. They literally weigh the same, like they have the same ratio. It's just part number discount. And it's actually, this is like the Costco of rockets, because it's actually cheaper to make a single big part than two little parts, which I think speaks to the true nature of it. So anyway, we'll go into the satellites real quick. So these wonderful satellites are designed to be pretty self-sustaining. So they have a nice battery pack, a probe, control center thingamabob, a whole bunch of solar panels. I just kind of threw them on there so that they would, at least one of them would hit the sun, because if not, then this thing dies. And then our, some science experiments that are on here. So, yes, and we'll actually do that. We will actually go ahead and make sure that, yes, there is all three pieces of introductory science that we can fit on here. Because we wouldn't dare try and fit the Science Junior, because that's just, 0.2 tons is kind of an ask on these satellites. So I have no idea how far these will go. This could just be a WAP. But so we're going to go ahead and, and before you launch this thing, do check your overlays to make sure that your center mass is way down, because once this thing detaches, because this is where the stage is, this decoupler, so all these solid fuels will detach once we get up past where we need to be, and then this liquid stuff will take over. And so when you're going over to your staging, make sure that these decouplers for the satellites, you gotta not engage those, otherwise these satellites are just gonna fly off in the middle of the atmosphere, and then there goes 29 grand, or whatever, how much grand the satellites cost. So, without further ado, who's piloting this thing? Apparently nobody. No, Jeb's gonna pilot this, because Jeb is ready to go after his after his miraculous survival in our first ever video. He's ready to prove himself. So we are going to go ahead and get this underway. The most this is extremely ambitious, by the way. Like, usually you try and fit one satellite inside here, but anyway, here we go. And assuming the Kraken doesn't strike, we should be ready. When I say Kraken, I mean that every once in a while the game will glitch, just because it is a very complex game. There's a lot of moving parts, so we're going to go ahead and get this underway. T minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, main engine start, and we have liftoff of the Space Taxi Mark 1.1. Its mission: send satellites everywhere. Because why is there 3? In case one of them messes up. As is said, the first rule in making a science experiment is to always make 2. Oh, we're tilting. Why are we tilting? Oh no! Steer left. Okay, we have our stability engaged. We are steering left, holding left. So apparently something is misbalanced? I don't know. Some vector or whatever. So we are coming up and out. Coming up and out. Cut main engines. Switch to secondary. Fire. Okay, we're still good. We're still good. Pushing up and out of the atmosphere. And we'll cut power and see where we are. We might be good. We might not be good. Oh, we are very good. Look at that. We are well out of the atmosphere. Oh, this is going to be great. It's going to be very great. Okay. Making sure so nothing's messing up so far. We had a little tilt from down below. We don't know why. And that is going, because we're not Elon Musk, that is going to just hit the ground somewhere. Normally that fall to the ocean, but apparently we messed up. This doesn't look, wait, is it? Can we track that actually? Yes, we can. Yes. Okay, so there's the space debris. It's going to land in the ocean. So PETA's, or whoever would care about that, they need not care. And meanwhile, we're well on our way to going up and out there. So the goal is to try and get into orbit. If we can't get into orbit, that's fine, because these satellites should have enough power. I mean, they have full fuel tanks and decent engines. So go ahead and push a little more. Wait. Oh, we only have... Actually, this is not enough. You need around 2,000 meters per second of delta V in order to get into orbit. So this will probably not work, but at least the least we can do is give our satellites a nice boost up and out. Yeah. We're definitely not going to make it up into orbit. So we will go a little bit more. Giving our satellites some push. Jeb is like, oh yeah, this is going great. Because it is. It's actually great. I can't believe this went off without a hitch. Normally the Kraken would have struck or some other business. But apparently we know what we're doing. As you see, and the reason why this rocket doesn't flip like crazy is because I have my center of mass is somewhere around here, and my center of thrust is over there. So them being nice and close is really keeping this thing together. So we're just going to check again. Oh yeah, look at, ooh, okay. We're getting nice and up there. Just give a little more, because the higher we get this, the easier it'll be for our satellites to do what they're going to do. So we'll let that, and then we're starting to run low on fuel in our main rocket, because this is not Jeb's time yet. He's actually going to go back home while our satellites go up and out there. Why do we need Jeb? Well, because at this stage in the game, our pilots are far superior to the controllability of this. You're going to see, or I would imagine, that we're going to have a super wonky time trying to fly these satellites. They're going to be like impossible to steer and super taco, but that's fine, because if we just get up and out, that's all we got to do. So we're going to go ahead and head on over. And then, yeah, space debris. So the rocket just landed. Okay. And we are going to give this a little push. We definitely won't get into orbit from here with this. So Jeb's going home as soon as this burn is over. But at the very least, make his journey not too stressful. And also give the satellites a bit more oomph to do what they're going to do. Alright. So now comes the part where, because things can go wrong, we're going to save really quick. Because you can never be too careful. So here we go. We're going to attach all the satellites. Mark 2, 1. Satellites detached. and we're gonna have Jeb prepare for home because we're actually gonna leave him. We're gonna let him do what he's gonna do. We'll go ahead and decouple everything. Arm our parachutes. He should be fine. I mean, awkwardly, we'll have to leave him for just a moment. We'll be back. We'll be right back because now we have a whole bunch of satellites to steer. If we could see them. Okay, not the debris. We can't. Can we see them? Apparently we can't see them, so we're going to have to, in the midst of this going on, we're going to go back to the space station, go to the tracking station, and check on our satellites. Normally we'll be able to actually see what's happening, but yeah, so all these guys are on suborbital trajectory. This is Sat-1. And our goal is just to get all these into orbit and then land Jeb. Okay. This thing is hard to steer. Don't do me like that. And we'll see. So slowly gonna push this guy out. Actually, no, okay. Whoa. It is Wonk City driving this thing, but it's not that bad. So the second he gets into orbit, we're gonna switch to the other satellites. Okay, he's in orbit. Oh, he's wow. We have whoa. So I will discuss this at a later time, but I do believe that one can actually leave orbit if he wanted to. Like he could go off and see the sun. What? What? Did we just do better than we thought we would? Because that's what it's looking like here. You saw it here first, folks. Apparently we are that awesome. So this is okay. Sat-2. Wait, what? Oh. So this guy is going to also go into orbit. All these orbits can be Wonk City, doesn't matter. Because all we need to do is get these into orbit and then quickly go back to Jeb. Because he's falling. You can see he's at 24,000. So we don't want him to get too low. Yeah, because this is going well. This is going some kind of way. I think whatever we had, our scientists must have had their breakfast because this is going great. All right, because let's see, is he should be on track. Do what he needs to do. Okay, we're kind of moving around. Oh wow! Is that what? What? Oh no, we are doing great. We're on some kind of cheese right now. So we already have 2 satellites in orbit. But the other ones, oh wait, can we select this? Yeah, they're kind of close together, so we're just going to huff it on back to the Space Center and select our first satellite. This is going very well, by the way. Oh, this is, after the build-up of making all those money-making missions, it really is just such a relief to see. And so one of the cool things is that, yeah, we see 2 of our satellites are orbiting Kerbin, so don't need to worry about those. Our last satellite is not. So we'll go ahead and get this guy in orbit, land Jeb, and then off to the great beyond. Because, yeah. And look, we can actually see him. He's right there. We've only drifted 300 meters away from it. So there's Jeb. There's the other space taxis. Space taxi marks 1.1. Where's the other one? We can't see it. Whatever. This guy actually separated at quite a nice angle, so we'll go ahead and fire his engine. Look at him just rocket away from these other guys. So wait, where is the orbit? Oh, there it is. Yeah, because this yellow little thingy is, if you fired in that direction, you'd be firing into your orbital trace. And then this is radially out. So if you remember your orbital mechanics from whenever you decided to take it, you would know that the radially out is like away. Wait, what? What? We're already. Oh wow! Oh, this is great. Anyway, this mission is what's called a flawless victory, because this is a major step. Getting all these sats in orbit. So now that this is going very well, we're gonna save because this game, I feel like this game, when you get your stuff going well, it's really good to save early and often. Because now we have, our free satellites are in orbit, and apparently we gave them way too much fuel. Like, these things, I'm not sure. I need to run the numbers again and look at the wiki, but I think with 3,500 units of delta V, which is, for those of us in physics, your average velocity. But in this game, it's actually not. It's just the total velocity you could achieve, so your change in V, because they're cool like that. That could take us maybe to this universe's equivalent of Mars. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to switch back to Jeb, make sure he lands safely before we mess with those satellites. Because this is the exciting part. Well, I mean, of course, I think the whole thing's exciting, but that's just me. And yeah, so you see, it's just so much easier to steer with Jeb because he is a pro versus our super wonky computers. Which I'm not sure. I'd have to look at that because I'd wonder. Can we actually see the other ones? No, they're too far to see. Like, look at them. They're like, yeah. So those other satellites are going on their orbits super far away, so we can't see those. Looks like we can see one. Yeah, we can see one. There's one. Only 300 and something meters away. Now, it is true. Wait. Oh, that's the debris. I was about to say, wait, why is that so close? No, that's the debris. That's the space junk. Because, yes, it is actually possible in this game to rendezvous between two parts, and you see it burning up. That'll probably not even make it to the ground, honestly. Look at it, it's like just on fire. That's actually kind of cool. I've never been this close to the other space debris. Must be some feat of stability. Oh, yeah, that hit the ground. No, we're getting close to it. Why? Oh, because we're slowing down. That thing's still dropping. I think. Wait, what? No, we're going faster than it. That's not the best. But our parachutes are ready to, they will engage as soon as they reach these parameters, so that space debris, what is it going to do? Because depending on the part that survived, it actually might survive hitting the ocean. Which is always kind of funny to see. Like, I'll be like, wait, how did that land? But, there goes our parachutes. So our wonderful pilot, Jeb, has successfully done his mission in sending off those, just check his, and sending off those satellites to their destinations. Well done, Jeb. Well done. Just a literal stellar job here from Jebediah Kerman. So now, unfortunately, it's not prudent for us to leave him alone because we still have to guide him in. Falling at 23 meters per second is still concerning, so if this other parachute deploys and it's less than 7, then we're good. But if it stays this high, oh, what? Yeah, okay. Let's see. We want it to be, yeah, he'll be fine. We still won't cut away because the Kraken is known to strike when you let things do what they're going to do. So we're going to wait for him to drop. We're going to check on our other satellites. Yeah, our satellites are going super quick, by the way. Look at these satellites. This is 1,600 meters per second, 2,000, 22,000, 2,000, 2,200. I think that's like 5,000 miles per hour. 6,000. I don't know, because I know it's like multiplied by 2.5, then divided by 36. Wait, what? While this is happening, we landed and didn't even notice. And we're safe. So Jeb is safe. So yes, we will be heading into Awesome Town, because now we have 3 satellites ready to do things. So we have one on a very wide orbit, and these 2. Now we'll just check on them real quick. Yeah, these things are doing great. Okay, so Now we'll talk about what we're going to do with these, because we have 3 satellites in orbit with plenty of juice. So I think we're going to send 1 to the moon, 1 to Minmus. We're just going to have 1 just escape and see where the hell it goes. So that will be next time on Dan the Physics Man.